So stay tuned, everyone, because in this next video, we talk about
Operation Vietnam.
Yes. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't miss this one. This is my view right now. So lately in my videos, I've been talking about Operation Vietnam. And the whole idea behind Operation Vietnam was preparing to eventually relocate Nia and I out of the United States and to Southeast Asia. Possibly, I thought there was a bunch of bees, but it's just a bird up there. Possibly Vietnam, but definitely Southeast Asia. And with the way that things are going with prices and everything is so expensive, and I'm not getting any younger, I seriously considered the idea of expediting my travel arrangements, if you will. And I did it. I turned in my resignation at work. Mind you, I did give them 3 months notice. We're in the middle of a big event, and I am not going to leave them shorthanded. But I'm here right now with Max. Hey, Max. And we are enjoying the wonderful, wonderful park right now, because this is what life is supposed to be. So I handed in my resignation. I gave them 3 months notice. And what I was doing was I was looking for, Max is going crazy. Look at him playing. What I was doing was well, there's a few things I'm doing because I've got some business things going on. I even have some things happening with some of my screenplays. But me being pragmatic and everything, I also wanted to see if I make sure I had employment, or so I thought. And so in addition to the other business ventures I've got going on that I'm trying to, scale up and make them bigger, I started looking for some business opportunities. I've also started a bunch of side hustles. Anyway, long story short, with the things that I have going on already, I'm starting to see some slight momentum. And again, I've got 3 months at least. So I still feel very good about that. But what I haven't seen is progress along the lines of a job hunt. And it started to take a lot of time to put together these resumes and customize them to this particular job, and then customize a cover letter to this particular job, and then write a personal note here and this and that, and track everybody down and sign up for these remote job websites and just all of this craziness to find a job. And the fact of the matter is, I'm at an age where it's probably going to be a bit of a challenge. And despite the fact that I've got tremendous experience, tremendous amount of diversity in my verticals, I've got soft skills to die for, and a lot of hard skills as well. And as a matter of fact, I just got certified as a copywriter. Got certified in 4 different AI engines, prompt engines. I've gotten certified in customer service or the customer experience, and a few other things. So in terms of hard skills, I got them. Soft skills, impeccable, because I the full range from Wall Street to tech. But I started to think, what the hell am I? Why am I stepping out of the frying pan and jumping right into the fire? I don't dig this whole thing about jobs. I've never been one to succumb to the whole authority thing in terms of employment. The closest I've come to that is the Marine Corps, and the job market in corporate America is nothing like the Marine Corps. And quite often you find yourself working for people who don't know as much as you do, or you're employed by business owners who think that because they own the business that they know more than you do, and that can't be further from the truth. And not to pat myself on the back, but I will, because in my case it can't be even further from the truth, because it's totally ridiculous. And so I sat back and I said, what the hell am I doing out here trying to find another job when it's the job that has kept me from doing the things that my talents call for, that my passion calls for. And it's funny because after I gave notice at work, big wave of stress just freaking gone. It's out of here, finished. And my wife started to say that I was starting to look younger. And I said, yeah, because there's this weight off my back. I don't have to worry about client services. I don't have to worry about client management. I don't have to worry about customer service. I don't have to worry about just so many ridiculous things that you have to worry about when you are in charge of an operation, and that puts you in charge of people. And people are wild, man. People are crazy. And people are, they don't have an ounce of introspection, or worse, they don't have the kind of accountability that, or the levels of accountability that I put on myself. So obviously stepping away from that makes me feel good. And it's a big change. And man, I did it. Operation Vietnam is in progress. So instead of just looking for a job, my wife and we're planning on this being an evolving transition. So we're looking at things like, seriously, we're looking at things like remote work, van life, stash away some cash, and then getting the hell up out of here and going to Southeast Asia, where things are a lot cheaper, and the cost of living is manageable, and maybe a little old-fashioned culture means that the people aren't so freaking crazy. Now, of course, that means considering Thailand and Vietnam, of course, and we're even thinking about Cambodia, maybe Malaysia, certainly Indonesia, and of course, my favorite, Singapore. But now I'm spending some time doing some research on those areas just to make sure that, those places aren't going crazy as well. But I'm finding out that let me lock this because there's a dog coming up here. Come here. Sit down. Okay. So, So anyway, I'm thinking about going to some of these other places, Thailand and whatnot. But things in Thailand are starting to get kind of raunchy and scary, and I don't know, it's just nuts. Russian folks stabbing each other in brawls, all of these scams going on with the women, causing guys to lose their mind, and brawls and fights, and people are taking their craziness from other countries and trying to set up shop in Thailand. And there's only one reason why that's happening, and that's because Thailand is letting that shit happen. It's not happening in other places because they don't play that. And while I would love to spend some extended time in Thailand, because it is home to some beautiful scenery, it definitely wouldn't be some place that I would stay for more than a few months before I would need to retreat and go back to someplace a little bit more safer, more friendly, and more that feels more like home. I forgot to say that in preparation for Operation Vietnam, I realized that my passport expires next year in May. And whenever you travel, they always say you should have 6 months left on your passport. And so that basically gave me 6 months to get it done. But there was a new process where you instead of submitting your old passport, you just fill out a form for a new passport. They cancel your old passport, and then they send you another one in the mail. So it basically means that you can't fly internationally with the old passport. You can still use it for ID and everything, but you can't use it, and you can use it for domestic flights, but you couldn't use it to fly out of the country. So since I didn't have plans on flying out of the country, I submitted the app, paid the fee. I decided to just go ahead and get that done. And man, want to know what happened? I'm about to tell you. That process was so fast and so easy and so simple that I got my passport back already. I did it in April because May would have made 1 year left on my passport. So I did it in April. So I submitted the passport renewal form in April. And here it is. Today's May 20th. And I got it back last week. So it literally took like a month, which is shorter than it took when I got the passport for the first time back in 2015. So if you are out there, you need to renew your passport, and you're worried that doing the passport online form or passport renewal online was going to take a long time, don't worry about it. It is so freaking fast. But when people catch on, a lot more people are going to be doing it. So you better do it now and get it over and get it out of the way. So, man, I did it. I am embarking on this journey to, I'm not going to say self-discovery, no kind of corny shit like that, but I am going to say that this feels good. I feel better. And I'm doing a bunch of other things as well. Like my wife has got me on this, I won't say it's a diet, but we are carefully monitoring like the foods that I'm putting in my body. And we see that certain foods cause me to feel a certain way, so I've eliminated those from my diet. I'm almost on like no sugar. I drink not black coffee. I just drink coffee with cream in the morning. Maybe a little bit of sugar in some of the creamer that's already in there. But lots and lots and lots of vegetables, less meat, more fish, and I'm just starting to feel hell of a lot better. And I tell folks I'm not interested in being, or trying to claim the title of alpha. That's some bullshit right there. I'm Sigma, which means if I need to lead, I'll lead. If I need to follow, you better be damn good as a leader. And I don't really care what other people say. I don't really care what other people think. I'm trying to do what's right based on my morals, and my morals encompass, community, not just selfishness, which is prevalent in the world right now. So, and they say that Sigma men age in reverse. So I'm definitely satisfied with that. But it's time to get this little knucklehead back in. The dog has passed, so I don't have to worry about him going to tear anybody up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. I forgot to mention that there's another thing that I'm working on, and that is I am building up my remote work arsenal. And by that, I mean the tools that you need to be able to work remotely as in anywhere in the world. So I'm building up that arsenal. I have a Chromebook. I have a older MacBook. Not really happy with it. I've been doing some research on the new MacBook Air with the M3 chip, and reviews have been exceptional on that. So I'm about to push the button to get that. I just might do it. But also, I've got a lot of cloud software, like the entire Adobe Creative Cloud Suite. For screenwriting, I have Final Draft, which I'm contemplating purchasing the upgrade to the next level, which I believe is 13. And I've been actually using Open Office instead of Microsoft, because I've never subscribed to Microsoft 365. I tend to use Google Docs, but I do want an application that's just right there on my hard drive that I can edit and create docx files. So that's why I downloaded Open Office, and it's been working fine for me. So yeah, I'm getting my remote work suites, tools, arsenal in place for remote work all over the world.